Christians in Syria are preparing to celebrate their first Christmas since the overthrow of President Bashar al Assad. Nearly 5 decades of the rule of the Assad family, the country now faces a new era following this month's sudden rebel victory. While some Christians express hope for the future, there are concerns about the fate of religious minorities under Syria's new Islamist-led government.
Festive cheer on the streets of Damascus as Syrians prepare to celebrate their first Christmas in decades, free from the rule of the Assad dynasty.
Every year we await the opening of the market to go shopping and have a good time. This year, the mood is even more joyful because Syria was liberated and our problems have finally been resolved.
But for the country's Christians, who make up an estimated 5% of the population, there is a sense of trepidation about what comes next.
We don't want to say there are fears or concerns for Christians, but there are worries for all denominations, and especially for those people who want to live with stability and dignity.
HTS, the group that toppled President Assad and are currently leading Syria's interim government, has promised to protect all minority and religious groups, despite their past connections with extremist factions. One bishop said so far he's feeling positive about the direction of Syria.
We have met the new government a few times, and in all those meetings, they told us that we as a Christian community do not have to be afraid. We will see. So far, there is a positive attitude.
For now, people are hoping the government deliver on their promise as Syrians navigate Christmas under new political leadership.
Well, I can now talk to Priest Firas Lutfi, Parish Priest in Damascus, and head of the Franciscan community in Damascus, Syria. A warm welcome to you. As we just heard, a lot of hope among Christians, understandably, but last night demonstrators took to the streets to protest the burning of a Christmas tree near Hama in central Syria. Do you know much about what happened there?
Yes, good morning. First of all, let me express my condolences for what's happened in Germany and this pessimist attack. And I expressed my and the Syrian people solidarity with the victims, their parents, and with all entire German society. Turning to your question, yes, not only yesterday, but it is not the unique fact that the jihadists burned a Christmas tree near Hama and in Skelbiye village. But this happened also in another part of Syria. So I think that is a normal reaction that Christian, as you see in the image, has protested because they consider their presence in Syria not a guest. They are not strange elements here, but the integral part of society, and they are expressing what they need. They need all entire duties and rights as a normal citizenship. So they can't be tolerated or considered second or third categories in society, but they are asking to be treated as a full citizenship.
It's an early test, I guess. HTS religious leaders have promised to punish whoever burnt the tree. Do you believe them more broadly when they say they will protect the Christian minority in Syria?
Look, this process of a new government and this transitus moment is a very crucial and historic moment. From one side, people are positively accepted the elimination of dictatorial and totalitarian system, rigid and very fanatic, very political ideology like Assad regime. Just see how the picture is dramatic and very painful for us, seeing Sednaya prison, etc. But in the Christian attending and what they are experimenting now is like big moment of expectative. What is the typical political form of Syria? If the Islamic law will maintain the society, and if the new arrivals are able to guide all entire Syria, because Syria is a mosaic of different ethnic, religious, and confessions. So this is the big question. So the responsible now tell that, sorry, the burning a tree is a private action, not the normal one. But we are worried about our future. All the challenges is in the new constitution. If the new constitution will consider Christian are essential part of society, and they are be treated not as Ahl al-Dhimmi, like in Islamic consideration for Christian, but with the full citizenship. Women and men are equal under the law, who is unique for everybody.
And I guess it's one thing, Lutfi, for it to be written into law, into the Constitution, as you say. But separating it from the authorities making a commitment, do you trust the broader Syrian society, the Damascus community that you're a part of, that they will share that commitment that the authorities have given to look after religious minorities like the Christian minority?
Look, Syria is many minorities. I don't like the terminology of minority, because if you talk about minority, you are talking about numbers, but we are not numbers. We have to be considered as a full human being, and we are here, especially Christian, since 2,000 years old, from the era of the apostolic Christianity with St. Paul, who bring the good news and take it and spread it to all entire world. So we don't like to be considered as a Christian minority, and also the same for Druze, Alawites, and Kurdish. We pretend we like to be treated as a full citizenship. So we are fighting now for this full dignity and for acceptable us as a part of society, we and Christian and non-Christian. So we are attending our active role in the new constitution. We don't accept it to be treated as a second category or just tolerate our presence. We are not guests. We are not strange from this society. We are in all our history here, worked and lived together with Christian minorities and non-minorities, with all entire Syrian people, Muslim, and inside the Islamic society, you know that there is differences because Islam is many schools. For example, I just said that if the Islamic law will maintain the political form here, which kind of school, the most extreme, the most fanatic or moderate? We have in the world different kind of Islamic law application. So the most important thing I mean that we have to be treated as a full citizenship. We have the human being charter. So we have, and we are waiting to be treated as a full citizenship and with equality with everybody, Christian and non-Christian, Syrian.
Priest Firas Lutfi, thank you so much for your insights. So Merry Christmas and a happy and safe